All right, the next story quest is called A Purchase of Fruit. That word was purchase, if I stumbled through it for some reason. Given to us by Tesleen at the inn at Journey's Head. Here we go. I'd love to lay out a welcome meal, but the duties I put off when I went to the market are still waiting for me. There are 101 things that need doing. I'm sorry, but would you mind waiting here with Alisaie? What? And twiddle our thumbs while you work yourself to death? Surely there's something we can do we can help you with. You pat your chest. I could do with a hand, it's true. Thank you. You can start by helping me sort out the larder, Alisaie. Well, while we do that, could you tend to a few patients, perhaps? There are 3 in particular I meant to visit. It's just a matter of saying a few words to them and seeing that their skin isn't caked in sand. Their names are Pawnil, Todden, and Halric. They may not give much in the way of a response, but I promise they'll be pleased to meet someone new. Switch over to Dragoon to talk to these peeps. One sleeping on just a plank wooden bed, no cot, no nothing. Oh god. On his side, no less. That's torture, dude. Thank you. Oh, another one's right here. Todden is sitting on a wooden plank bed. Bunk bed, by the way. These are all bunk beds, but they're both on the bottom. He doesn't say anything. Todden glances up at you blankly, but you notice the tension in his face ease slightly. Nice. And Halric, sitting at a table, in a chair. He's a young boy. We get a cutscene with him. The sounds of us applying a bandage, or... Halric remains utterly still as you wipe the sand from his cheek. He is pale white. His, kind of pale blonde hair, but still has some of the yellow in it. And he's got those, curly horns on the side of his face. I can't remember what that race is called, but he is of that race. Kind of like Serena, and all those other people of the steppe, the Asm steppe. The texture of his skin is hardened into something akin to plaster. He just sits there, staring blankly ahead. Cutscene over. Staring blankly ahead, making a way through the crowd. I got the first part of that wrong, but... You've seen to the patients? How were they? You explain. Good. That's good. I knew they would enjoy meeting you. I'm concerned about Halric, though. I'll have to speak with the other carers, but I think his time may be near. We shall leave you to have that discussion, then. I was going to take Mercy to Mord Souq if you have any errands there that need doing. Well, I suppose there is one thing. Would you pick up a nectarine from the markets, please? Kessard's caravan just passed through, so Ronron should have some fresh fruit. Come then, Mercy. There's something I want you to see. Right after we stop at Ronron's stall, of course. Depending on where this quest ends specifically, I might do the quest that Ronron has that gets us an ether current. We shall find out. Running through the desert, atop our dragon, past the sand shrews and tortoises, adamantoids? Is that that's the better description from what I can remember of these, some of the names these giant, spherical shell-shaped tortoise. Spherical, not entirely sphere, not an entire sphere. Actually, not really, I guess, God, like a tall, ovular prism, if that makes sense. God, what shape would that be? I don't know. Alright, we are back. Talking to Ronron. Oh, Ronron is not, that's Gengen. Yeah, cutscene talking to Ronron. Oh, back again, are you? You need another taste of Ronron's wares? Actually, we're looking to buy a nectarine. Do you have any in stock? Oh yes, nectarines, peaches, grapes, fresh and juicy. Given how richly you cracked your coin purse with me, I might still owe you food. Here, take this one, free of charge. Hands it out to you, you take it. Alisaie thinks for a second. Gods, I've never seen a Mord merchant give away something for nothing before. How much coin did you spend here? Oh yes, I'll take a jar of honeyed worms as well. You take a step back. Oh no, they're not for me. It's an offering of sorts. You look relieved. The worms, if you please. Only the best wrigglers for you. Come again, my friends. I think we have to go back to the other camp, so this will not be the best time. Right, that's our shopping choice taken care of. Let's head up past the Aetheryte to the main tower. The view I want to show you can only be seen from its very top. Let's follow Alisaie. She is so damn cool. Definitely the better of the twins. No, I'm just kidding. I don't really have a favorite. Alright. Alisaie, talking to Mord Souq guard, this door that would lead into the tower here. Here are your precious worms. That buys us a trip to the top of the tower, does it not? Glazed wrigglers? You actually brought them? I really shouldn't let you, but just this once, alright? Only once. Never fails. Shall we? I love it. Good job, Alisaie. We get a cutscene where we see the tower from like below and to the left a bit. Now we are on top of the tower walking to the edge of one of the crenellations. Which is, I think that's the right word, but I'm not sure.
Look, over there, where the wall is broken.
There is indeed a kind of V-shaped crack in this frozen wall of light. Frozen tidal wall. We can see...
Do you see what lies beyond?
An actual ocean beyond, it looks like. Or snow?
That's what the land became after the light flooded in.
Oh.
An empty white nothingness.
That would explain why I think it's snow.
Life cannot exist in such conditions. The primordial light would wreak havoc on the body's etheric balance. That nectarine you bought. It's Halric's favorite fruit.
I had a feeling. You take it out. It's red for some reason.
Most of the patients, Halric included, survived the attacks of powerful eaters. But their fate was sealed all the same. The monster's corruption has entered their bodies, and their very essence is being subsumed by light.
God.
The twisted state of the world itself just makes matters worse. Under normal circumstances, a person's ether naturally tends to equilibrium. But for these poor souls, the opposite is true.
It's like, some slow, well, I don't know how slow acting, but some periodically growing thing inside the body that like turns them more and more catatonic.
Sooner or later, every single one of them will turn.
Until they turn, yeah, obviously.
Tesleen and the patients, they all know this. They know what has to be done before the change goes too far, before the eater within takes over. The preferred method is mixing poison into their favorite food. In my time here, I've borne witness to a lot of last meals.
Huh. So you're holding a soon-to-be poisoned nectarine.
I feel just as helpless as before. No matter how hard I fight, it's never enough.
Yeah, that would, yeah. I get you.
But it's a war I mean to wage, nonetheless. Speaking of wars, do you remember how I made you promise not to leave me and then promptly collapsed?
No, doesn't ring a bell. Oh, we have a flash.
Well, let's just say I had a few choice words for the Exarch concerning the timing of his summons. But even if the fault lay with someone else, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd abandon you on the battlefield.
He did mention, like, everybody that was summoned before me was all accidental.
So
like,
I swore that I'd make up for my absence there by making a difference here.
Getting a hang of it. But yeah, good job.
And that's what keeps me moving forward, even when things seem hopeless.
I'm glad that you found a purpose here. I'm here to help with it. In all of my mismatched armor.
On which note, it's time we headed back. The longer we keep Tesleen waiting, the harder this will be for her.
So mismatched. I got like the visor that I have, that's my headgear, reminds me of like a Centurion visor from Final Fantasy XI, which is like a level 30 gear piece you can buy from Bestock. I'm glad I was able to show you that. When it comes to understanding the catastrophe which befell the first, one glimpse of the empty wasteland beyond the walls is more than an hour of Urion J's lecturing. And I needed you to know beyond a doubt that Tesleen has no other choice. The nectarine will be a kindness. It isn't just threat posed to others. When a person becomes an eater, the pain appears to be excruciating. The carers are truly fond of their wards, and would spare them that suffering. It is their way of fighting back against a fate worse than death. Is there a Chocobo? You know what? Let's ride one. Do I have one here? Yeah. Let's ride a porter, just to see what it's like. It would suck if I rode like straight past an ether current, but I don't think they would add another one. Hire an Amaro porter. 60, yeah, 60 gills, fine. To experience it. Oh, we fly. There we go. It is a 4-winged. God, I want to describe them as kestrels, like from Harry Potter. That's the way their beak, their head entirely feels to me. Kind of a weird tail like that of a it doesn't seem to serve much of a purpose. Yeah, 4 wings, like 2 on top, like 1 on top of another on each side. And we're back. Tesleen, you're back. I hope you had a nice time. Did you manage to find a nectarine? Yep. Hand over the death fruit. Thank you. Alisaie's explained why I wanted this, has she? I can see it in your eyes. But we may not need it just yet. I spoke with the others, and we've decided to keep an eye on Halric for now. Thanks to you, though, if his time does come suddenly, we'll be ready to send him on his way with a taste of happier days. Our purchase of fruit is complete. So the quest is complete. We'll move quickly on to the Razer Kraken Gaming Headset. It's like a full like muffin, like an earmuff kind of style headset. It's been great for immersion into games where like directional sound is super important. Zombie games, particularly Dying Light 1 and 2, they can be very sneaky if you don't have the directionality of hearing. And I noticed that, well, if I'm playing a game and recording, I can't have the sound coming from my speakers, because then that sound gets played back into the microphone, and it's bad. So I tried just like your normal cheap $10 little earbuds, and they weren't good enough for me, especially because, well, no, that's not good. So, but yeah, these are great. These have been fantastic. Never had a single problem with them. I don't know what to do to the mic stopped working, but I think it's a problem that I have. I did something wrong. I don't know. But if you purchase these through the link in the description, I get a cut. If you're looking for a gaming headset, this is very affordable and has been very effective for what I need it for, at least. I will see you guys next time. Toodaloo.